And we all want to get to the point where they hit that 16.8, which is person can love what you have to offer, they can afford it, they're ready to buy, but they don't trust you. If they don't trust you, they're not going to buy. Okay, and that's the third element, credibility. Okay, credibility can come in two ways. One, through what we call expertise, and two, through what we call endorsement. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, you can get trust by positioning yourself as an expert. Every single one of you around this room is a business owner, okay? And that means you know something that other people don't. You're an expert, guys. You have all the qualifications of a doctor. Okay, you need to know that. You guys are doctors in your own right. You know stuff. I mean, Kevin, you talked about how much you know about SMS. You could talk for ages about it. The reason you don't is because you don't know enough about the individual people around you to specifically tailor what you want to teach that to the individual. Am I right? If you knew the specific issues of each particular business, you could have the perfect package to suit an individual's needs. And this is what we want to try and get to. So what we want to do is we want to position every one of you as an expert in what you do. Why? Because you are. And how do we do that? Through a series of articles predominantly. And there's a couple of other ways of doing it. So that's the first way. Call it expert marketing, through expertise. The second one is through endorsement. This is beautiful. Endorsement is referrals. You guys are here today because you were referred by somebody. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have been here. So that means the referral carries a lot of weight. So endorsement is somebody else leveraging their credibility onto you. So in other words, Nadia, for example. Okay? Let's say we've done a lot of hard work in our relationship because I've learnt now and I've got to keep regular contact and I've got to work hard. So we've got a strong relationship. Okay? You've never met Kevin before, all right? And you're like, oh, I don't know who Kevin is. But I say, Nadia, don't worry. Kevin is a fantastic guy. Awesome, awesome, awesome guy. So he knows his business. He's an expert. He's fantastic. Now you are going to be more likely to work with him because I've leveraged the credibility from myself onto him. That is one of the most powerful forms of marketing in existence today. And that's what we're going to talk about, how that works. And it all comes using the same principles. So, relationship, personal touch. Make sure every single piece of communication comes from you as a human being. Do it regularly, okay, and incorporate credibility elements. Position yourself as an expert. Show them that you know what the hell it is you're talking about, and also leverage credibility from other people. If you put these three things in place, and you put in place what we call a journey. A journey is a series of communication that are going to go out. And if you can incorporate those elements into a communication process, your whole relationship process becomes completely automated. You guys don't lift a finger. You set it up, you write your episodes, you put your process together, and every person you meet starts like a funnel, goes into the funnel, and they start getting your communication journeys, which is what you're getting from me. Some articles they might not resonate with, some they will, but if you keep on it long enough, you'll eventually strike gold. They'll be in the right place at the right time, and you'll be top of mind for them to say. So depending on where you are in that journey, just people start coming. It's amazing because a lot of people take up to 40 emails before they respond. Frightening. It's quite frightening, eh? And remember, I'm not sitting pushing much sell stuff. I try to write articles from the heart. That's why when I write an article that says 7 habits of highly successful wankers, I'm here to prove a point because I'm trying to get across to business owners that the way that bigger businesses are run and the way that micro businesses are run is completely different. You can't imitate what they are doing because you will get nailed. So don't spend your money on business cards and expensive PowerPoint presentations and fancy suits and things. You are what matters. And if you can get that across, this is when the relationship element starts to kick in. Okay, so you've gone through this process. You've got all these people and you're communicating with them regularly and you're building relationships. And eventually they get to the stage where they say, yes, I'm now ready to give you. What are they going to give you? Sorry? Trust. But it gives you, what do you want in return for that? Information. That's right. Okay. Data. Okay. They're going to give you information, just like a doctor. You sit down in a doctor's office and you go, blah-de, 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 blah. You want them to do exactly the same thing with you. They're going to give you information and then you're going to use that information to diagnose their problem and provide them, and that's where your sale comes in. So you see the difference between what we're doing wrong and what we're doing right. What we're doing wrong is we've been focusing on this all the time. Sell, 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 sell. Who mentioned that? Monty, was it you? The beginning. Exactly what you said, hey? We focus on sell, sell, sell all the time. Now, we're saying, hang on, don't focus on about sell. Focus on relationships. And this is about teaching. If you become a teacher instead of a salesman, your sales are going to go through the roof because you're educating people around you. The question is now, what do I have to educate? I'm not good enough. I don't know anything. I can't teach people anything. Does anyone believe that really? Good, because you do. Any questions?
What happens if you actually just can't get on with certain?
If you're doing business with people you don't like, then yeah, you've definitely got your relationship marketing to a T. At the end of the day, relationships, you know, it's a fickle thing. But if you're honest with them, then you should never have a bad relationship with anyone. Because if you're having a bad relationship, you tell them, listen, I'm having a bad relationship because you're irritating me. You keep phoning me all the time. It's driving me nuts. You'd be so scared to say that. When I write my stuff, I'm writing exactly as I see it. And I get people saying, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have received it yet, but there was an article I wrote where I took your company name and I said, your company's logo is terrible.
Yeah, I got that.
You got that one, huh? So in your case, the Green Powerhouse's logo is terrible.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's awful. Gosh, you really didn't material it.
Yeah, exactly. So straight away there. And then I ran down to explain to it. I said, I bet that got your attention, didn't it? Because you're so attached to your logo as business owners, you love your logo so much that you're forgetting about who you are. And you're hiding behind your logo and your company name. And I'm saying you shouldn't do that. And a lot of people got it, but some people were extremely offended with that. And they said, take me off your mailing list and blah, blah, blah. No. I was like, did you not read the second paragraph? It was only a short article as well. What point of it? And he goes, I work with Liberty Life, and Liberty Life has got the most amazing logo. And I'm like, dude, you talk about relationships. And I'm like, okay, I'll unsubscribe you. You know. No, but you see, it gets that. But you see, what I've done there is I've put myself out there. And that's where it starts. When you put yourself out there, people respond. And you get positive, you get negative, but they respond. Some of the best customers I've ever had have been some of my worst responses. But they've taken the time to engage you. You say something that somebody completely disagrees with. And bang, you've got a dialogue. And then you explain to them where you're coming from. They explain to where you're coming from, and you have a relationship. And the relationship grows. Next thing you know, they're on here at my seminar. It's fantastic. Same thing. It works. It's nature's principles. You just follow the principle. Okay. Right. Let's actually keep this. Right. The tools. The Majestic tools. Relationship building tools. Simple communication, right? So what are our communication tools? What do we use? We can use, I'll give you a clue. The first one would be email. For me, that's number one. What other tools can you use? Fax. SMS. Phone. What's that? Well, that's email. How about ordinary snail mail? Anything else? Yeah, there we are. Pigeons. I'll put that down just to humor you. Okay. So it's actually not that many. It's quite weird, eh? That's why when people say that email doesn't work or SMS doesn't work, I mean, it's not the medium that doesn't work. Hey, Kevin, it's the way that you use it. So it's a case of saying, you know, we provide the framework, but it's up to you how you use it. Ask not what your CRM system can do for you. Okay. Exactly.